Good afternoon, and you're very welcome to Park of Avon in Gerald Griffins GAA here in County Limerick. We are set for the TG4 Ladies Football Championship. It is junior action here this afternoon. It is Limerick versus Sligo, and a place in the semi-finals up for grabs here. We will take a look at the teams. My own name is Tom Clancy, and I'll be guiding you through this one over the next 60 odd minutes or so of action. We'll take a first look at the Limerick team, and it shows goalkeeper Sophie Hennessy. She's from Old Mill. The full back line sees Anya Ryan flanked by Shona Hickey and Rebecca Fitzgibbon. Alex Russell is at the heart of defence. She's flanked by Clodagh Rail and Maeve McNamara. Orla Ryan and Emma Hickey are at midfield. Olivia McCarthy, Lucy O'Brien and Aideen Crow are the half-forward line. The inside line sees Tara Gagan and Leisha Brown, and they're now joined by team captain Lauren Ryan wearing the number 23 shirt. Molly Creedon wearing 13 reverts to the subs bench, although we don't expect Lauren Ryan to start in the inside line. We'll look at the visitors for this one, Sligo, who are going through their final paces over to our left hand side. They're wearing the blue strip with the black shorts and black socks. They have Ellen Maguire in goals. The full back line is Holly Gilligan, Claire Dunn and Avian Durkin. The half back line sees Ciara Walsh at 6. She's flanked by Sarah Feeney and Tara Breheny. Sinead Regan and Sarah Cunny are the midfield pairing, and the forward shows plenty of changes. Into the side come Anna McDaniel, and she's joined in the half forward line by Rachel McGoldrick, and number 11 Denise McGrath occupies the centre half forward position. The inside line is Leah Duffy, and she is joined by numbers 29 Cara King and number 21 Blonid Lavin. So plenty of changes in the Sligo team. The Sligo team manager is Kieran Kilkenny, and he will know that his side need a victory or indeed a draw would suffice to bring them to the TG4 Junior semi-final. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by former Limerick footballer Claire Coughlin beside me. Claire, we had just a sprinkling of rain here, but we're almost set to go here for a fascinating contest between these two sides.
Yeah, Tom, delighted to be here today. I think the team is starting to rebuild now, and looking back over the last few results, Limerick are improving every game. I think today they're going to be looking at the older players like Anya Ryan to steady the ship. But I'm really looking forward to a great game. There'll be nothing given or taken, and looking forward to it.
Absolutely, yeah. We're just going to pause, I think, now for Aran Naveen here. And plenty of youngsters and indeed some older supporters here cheering us on in the packed stand here at Gerald Griffins GAA. Spectacularly observed Aran Naveen here in West Limerick. As I said, a sprinkling of rain a short time ago. The breeze appears to have dropped a little bit. It was gusting earlier in the afternoon. The scenario for the host Limerick is simple: a win or they are out. And for Sligo, as I mentioned, a win or a draw will be enough to bring them back to another semi-final. These sides also met in round 3 12 months ago, and it was Sligo who got the better of Limerick using home advantage to their benefit on that occasion. That brought them back to the semi-final. But these two sides will know all about each other from recent times. Limerick taking up their position, Sligo in their huddle over to our left-hand side. So we have 60 minutes of action to bring you here on the Ladies Gaelic Football. We're live on Facebook and indeed on the YouTube channel, so do feel free to share the stream to family and friends who may not have got word that we're broadcasting here this afternoon. So referee for this one about to receive the O'Neills. That is Colm Conway from Galway, and he's assisted by Seamus Mulvihill of Kerry, Caoimhe McGuinness from Kilkenny, and Kevin Phelan is the fourth official. He is from County Laois. So Sligo will be shooting towards the clubhouse In fact, away from the clubhouse end over to our right hand side, and they'll be defending the goal to our left. Limerick setting out their positions. We have, of course, the new rules as well in full effect, so the arc as well firmly marked here. So we're underway for this group round 3 clash, and it is immediately Sligo into possession. Sinead Regan carrying, and that in turn comes to Sarah Cunny on the top of the arc there, looking for a runner. That's Leah Duffy. Duffy though spills it, and Limerick get their first hands on possession. There's a foul in there coming out, and Limerick will take the solo and go. Ripple of applause from the sizable Limerick support here behind us, and we have Clodagh Rail going back to Anya Ryan and back to goalkeeper Sophie Hennessy. She decides to kick across. It was looking for Maeve McNamara, and ball just skidding on the surface, but McNamara has a clean pair of heels on her to be able to get that. And Claire, first sign of the solo and go. It's going to be a big impact in this game, because teams are going to want to play with a bit of tempo in this game. Yeah,
great start by Limerick, Tom, to get this possession in there at the back line. Anya Ryan came out very well there, and yes, the solo goal is a great part of the game now. I love it. Absolutely.
Here's Edine Crowe, a long way from home in terms of from the Ula club all the way over in the east of the county, but she's on the possession. She moves it to Clodagh Rail. Limerick have coughed it up though. 3 blue jerseys coming back there. As I said, great to see the young support alongside us, and it is Claire Dunn coming out with it, slowing the tempo, looking for a runner, and that's centre half back Clara Walsh from the Tour Le Strand club in Sligo, and she finds Sinead Regan kicking inside. Numbers inside there for Sligo, not everyone on the same wavelength, and McNamara for Limerick. She does well, extremely well, ships a heavy blow, and Limerick recycle through. Ryan back to Hennessy. And Claire, you'll know Anya Ryan from your club, Mungret St. Paul. She's a very good leader and a good player to have at the heart of the defence.
Brilliant, Tom. She's been our leader for the last number of years now. She brought us to the All-Ireland final a couple of years ago. She's absolutely fantastic, and she started extremely well today. Yeah, Limerick moving it on. Here's Lucy O'Brien. Thought about the shot, decides to come back in. Referee on the scene there to see nothing doing. Olivia McCarthy for Limerick moving it. That's Tara Gagan now, and back around is Lucy O'Brien. So we're going to be pressure on here. Alex Russell won't get there. Instead, it's Sinead Regan for Sligo. Regan with her head up, hand passing it, and Maeve McNamara covering at the centre of that defence, and the trip is gone, and immediately McNamara solos and goal. Huge tempo to this game. It's going to settle down, you feel, in a second, but nothing just yet. Lucy O'Brien over on that opposite wing, and Limerick have to recycle once again. Sligo getting into a good defensive shape, and Limerick looking to bring Orla Ryan into the game. Here she is, 40 metres from goal, and she kicks it across here to Emma Hickey. Alex Russell encouraged to break the line by the team coach over in as Shane Kelly. Limerick have just about kept it in play on the far wing. In it goes to Leisha Brown from Ballylanders. Brown, advantage coming for Brown. Can she get a shot away? She won't, but referee says we're going to go back a long way from the mark, so we're going to come back. And Claire, free taker, not the ideal opportunity. That's a tight angle for Tara Gagan, but we've seen her already in this championship. She knows where the posts are with these place balls. Yeah, that's a tough position there, Tom, but I'd say Tara, she should pop that over. Yeah, maybe you or I wouldn't, but Tara, well more accomplished, shall we say. Just on the 20-metre line, going through her routine, floats it up, umpires having a look, and they have agreed that it is narrowly wide, unfortunately, for Limerick. And point. Oh, well, eventually. Well, good thing Claire kept watching Limerick do open the scoring. And just beyond the 3-minute mark, Limerick through Tara Gagan. I was wrong to doubt her for even a second. Splits the post. Limerick into the lead. They'll want plenty more where that came from. So Sligo, I should say, through Ciara Walsh, bring it out to halfway and over to their left-hand channel. Their positions are very much changed from the programme due to those 4 inclusions in the forward unit, or the 4 switches. And here is midfielder Regan, Sinead Regan, moving it on to runner. That's Sarah Feeney. Feeney having a look, has a shot left-footed, going to be watched all the way by Sophie Hennessy. And Hennessy does very well to tidy up the pieces for Limerick, and you can see the play with width at every opportunity, and doing so here again is Clodagh Rail. She's tracked all the way, going all the way out to that touchline, just about kept in play. Appeals for a line ball, but Aideen Crowe gets it,
And again, very tight to that touchline. Sinead Regan thought she'd done enough. Here's the Limerick team captain, Lauren Ryan, plagued by injury this year, but great to see her back out there. Emma Hickey of Ula. Now Limerick just slowing the pace down a little bit. Here's Clodagh Rail from St. Bridget's Club over in the Herbertstown direction of Limerick. And Clodagh slows it down. Contested pass there. Lucy O'Brien does well. Great strength from Lucy, moving it back to Alex Russell. Russell gets her head up and around again. Comes a runner. Here's McNamara. Sligo doing very well to make this difficult for Limerick. They're not letting Limerick through easy, are they? And as I say that, McNamara cuts through, does very well. Will she get the return? Now Sligo, with the numbers back there, get the turnover and they get the foul. But Limerick will have to be a bit more creative in the attack, Claire, would you agree?
Yeah, Maeve Mack has been on a lot of ball, but yeah, it's just fallen down a little bit up towards the forward line, so yeah, they need to be a bit more patient. Yeah, we kind of have two strands of play. It's kind of been played from 45 to 45. The defence is dropping deep, so scores at a premium this far. Sarah Cunny moves it on. Lovely weave. Here's Tara Breheny bearing down on goal. Breheny from an angle. Breheny goes for it into the net. Tara Breheny in off the foot of the post. Brilliant move from Sligo, weaving the passes together. Deep. And well, I thought the point was on. She thought there was an awful lot more, and right she was, as Tara Breheny arrows it across the goal into the corner. Sophie Hennessy flat-footed, and Sligo take the lead for the first time this afternoon. And Limerick look to change the tune, coming back up the other end. Here's an opportunity. They're bearing down a goal themselves. It's going to be finished, is it? Oh, it's off the post. It was almost an identical shot off the inside of the post, and Sligo breathed a sigh of relief. Well, we're in for a thriller if the last 60 seconds are anything to go by. Sligo coming out of the traffic, doing well there as Claire Dunder's tackle on the back of her head, and play will be started with a solo and go again. It's going to be a Limerick line ball here. Hotly contested possessions in the last few moments. Limerick hitting the post there. I think it might have been Leisha Brown that had the shot in the end, but here comes Orla Ryan for Limerick. Ryan moves it back to Leisha Brown. There she is, and moving it inside. It's her hands on the back there of Tara Gagan. Referee doesn't agree with me as the Sligo defender comes out with it. It's a loose pass. Limerick player down nearly on her knees trying to pick it up, but the blue of Sligo retain possession. Sinead Regan, she's very much dictating things for Sligo. Into Denise McGrath, moved along to that far wing, just outside the arc now. An opportunity for Sligo again through Regan. Forceful challenge on her, but it's okay to continue. Going down a bit of a blind alley, so she has to come back. Limerick now with numbers back, and they have 12 inside their own 45, including their goalkeeper. So Sligo have to be creative themselves from here. Back out they come to Sarah Cunny, and they switch across to the left wing. Now here comes a bit of pace into it. Here's Ciara Walsh. Walsh has to recycle. Limerick will be happy with their defensive positioning here, Claire, won't they? They're making it very difficult for Sligo to get a break like we saw for the goal. Yeah, they're keeping them out well here, Tom. It's such a pity that goal went in, but it was a good, well-worked goal. It sure was, as Cara King gets on it now. And now Limerick have the wherewithal to turn it over. Lucy O'Brien from Fiona Castlemahan. The counter-attack is on. Here's Ryan kicking it long down inside for Crow. Who's going to win the race? Is it the touchline or Crow? It's the touchline on this occasion, so it's going to be a line ball for the visitors. A reminder, these sides came into this contest with identical results really. Limerick losing to Carlow away from home and then defeating London here a couple of weeks ago. And for Sligo it was the opposite. They beat London at home and lost to Carlow, beat London away and lost to Carlow at home. So very little between them on that regard as Sligo look for another score. Moved along to McGrath. Denise McGrath, left-footed, puts it into the air. Umpire having a long look, puts his hand up. He's going to put the flag up. And a nice score by Denise McGrath from the Navan O'Mahony's club in Meath. And that is exactly what manager Kieran Kilkenny will want. A nicely worked move and a well-executed shot, Claire. Lovely point, Tom. Great shot. And they had their patience and they got there in the end. Yeah, it's sweeper-keeper time for Sophie Hennessy. She does oh so well.
wins the race, and she kicks it away. I say kicks it away, finds a teammate up the wing, and suddenly now Limerick find themselves 3 in arrears. Heavy contact in there. Here's Maeve McNamara, a willing runner, a willing carrier of the ball, and she switches it out here to Leisha Brown, a goal scorer against London in that win a couple of weeks ago. Moves it in nicely to Orla Ryan of St Ailbe's, and here is Tara Gagan. We know what you can do from frees. We also know what you can do from play. Here's Maeve McNamara, left-footed, lobs it, beautifully measured, and a fine score from Maeve McNamara. She wears a defensive number, but it's offence is her game, and well taken score from Maeve Mac. Another left-footed point. We've one at either end now. Good interlinking play with the full forward Tara Gagan. Donegal native herself, but very much settled in Limerick these days. As ball moved along the left wing, Limerick turn it over, and Clodagh Rail gets on it here. She has plenty of time, almost juggling with it, and here is Leisha Brown powering that hand pass, moving it on. Here's Orla Ryan. You'll see her right hamstring heavily strapped. Is the Adair woman, but wants to lead her team on the field today. She's been doing plenty of it off the field. Exciting ball in, is it? No, it's overcooked, and time for Limerick actually to put the pressure on, and they turn it over. Lucy O'Brien, 30 metres from goal, has to come back. Here is Orla Ryan, now out to the number 10, Olivia McCarthy. McCarthy off the right foot. I think that is going to go wide. The umpire's going to signal to the other one, but wayward on that occasion. But Limerick will be happy that they managed to turn it over. First wide for them. And Sligo do well to find Holly Gilligan, although it is skipped out over the sideline. Pitch is quite tight here, isn't it? So if a team can get a bit of a press on Clare, there could be dividends to come from it. Definitely,
like Limerick are actually playing well. It's just that goal kind of was a sickener, but they've come back well now. Only 2 points in it now.
Yeah, for sure. As it's recycled here to Alex Russell. Shane Kelly barking the instructions over to our right hand side. He's part of the management team headed up by John Lynch, who's a native of the club here in Gerald Griffins. As here is Gagan. She certainly knows where the posts are. A lot of steps from Gagan, yeah, and the referee agrees. She'd done the hard bit, but just couldn't fully shake off her marker. But we can see the threat that Tara Gagan possesses inside there.
Yeah, she's good, Tom, when she gets on the ball. She's strong. It's just unfortunate there. She was crowded out.
Just couldn't shake the marker and get the shot away. She eventually pointed it, but the whistle had well and truly been sounded, and Sligo will be delighted with that turnover as they look to carry it out. They've had their battles with Limerick in round 3. It seems to always fall as they get Sinead Regan on the ball. She has really carried the fight. Inside there is Anya Ryan, and Limerick not once but twice hauled the blue of Sligo. And now coming back up the right hand channel, here is Emma Hickey. Does well, jinking one way and then the other. Here it is now O'Brien. Goes beyond the challenge, and O'Brien kicking it in towards that corner. A race for possession. I think back there is Cara King, and the foul has been given, and the solo and go. We're away in a flash. Just keeps great tempo in the game, doesn't it? The solo and go. There's no time for waiting around.
It's great. You can really hit him on the break, Tom. Just go straight off down the pitch quickly and score. But
yeah, well, we'll definitely have a break now for this one. A head-high challenge there. I think it was Lucy O'Brien, the guilty party referee, is going to have a word, and thankfully the word is just that in terms of Limerick. And it's just the talking to for the Limerick centre forward, and we're back underway. Thankfully the Sligo player is okay. She's back to her feet. Bit of a high challenge as Clare, your fan club have arrived, have they? It's a bit late. But great to see so many here shouting on Limerick. We've plenty from Sligo too. Met a few of them in the car park earlier as well, so they've come down. They're expecting another positive performance themselves. Sinead Regan, we're going to be keep going to say her name this afternoon. Into the scoring position. There's a foul in there. Limerick thought they'd done enough, and Regan decides we're not going to shoot, we're going to solo and go. Moving it along to Blonid Lavin. As she brought it in, she has, and the solo and go pays dividends. Carried by Regan and then finished by Lavin, And Sligo move 3 to the good thanks to St. Natty's Blonnet Lavin. Fine score indeed, Claire, wasn't it?
Oh, lovely point. Really, the wind brought it in. It was lovely score.
Floated over as Limerick, through the team captain, carry out, and just not on the same page as her colleagues there. So another turnover there. And Sligo, with the tight surrounds there, get the play restarted with the line ball. And we're seeing plenty of their midfield pairing. Here's Sarah Cunny. Kicks it. Perfect pass to be attacked in terms of Denise McGrath. They're inside. Sligo looking to ram home this early advantage. Leah Duffy from the Owen Rua Club knocks it across to McGrath. McGrath does well to keep it inside. See, it's a bright but windy enough afternoon here. We're at Football Heartland in Limerick, West Limerick, as Sarah Feeney gets on it. And here's the other Sarah, Cunny, and she's met by a challenge from Leisha Brown. Limerick turn it over, and there's a physical challenge in there, an illegal one from Rachel McGoldrick, and Limerick again, Anya Ryan soloing and going, and up through the middle they come. Sligo very, very quick to funnel the numbers back. 6-7 players racing beyond halfway, so they make it difficult for Limerick. Referee happy enough with the challenge there. Claude Rail does well to retain possession. Here's Orla Ryan, sends it inside. Teak tough defending there. The full back line not giving Limerick an inch, it seems. Back around to O'Brien. Limerick just have to slow the tempo now as Alex Russell gets on it. Leisha Brown encouraged to head back towards where her number suggests, back into the forwards, and scores is what Limerick need this afternoon to get the win. Carried a long way. Are they going to have a go for a score? It's dropped in around. Is it gathered? 2 Sligo defenders are there. It's great defending by Holly Gilligan. And into her full back, Claire Dunn. And back to Gilligan, and Sligo will come away. But it was a tempting ball for the Limerick forwards. Tantalising, in fact, as Limerick have it again. And what have we in the end? There's a pull of the shirt, it would appear. And the referee has whistled for a free. And it's very much a testing one. She's inside the 2-point range, but I'd be a foolish man to back against Tara Gagan after the last one, but this one, if you're a right footer as she is, this suits it just a fraction easier, doesn't it, Claire?
Yeah, good effort. No,
just hasn't brought it in enough. No, probably just at the edge of her range, and the umpire signals it's gone wide. So Gagan off target, and kick out is taken, and Sarah Feeney will race onto it. Heavy challenge in there between Feeney and Maeve McNamara. And McNamara has another bite. This one, though, is whistled for a foul. And back underway again. Nobody waiting around this afternoon. All-Ireland semi-final up for grabs. Both sides know it. Here is Regan. Really heads-up play from her every time, soloing while looking into the distance. Really, it seems like, seeing what's ahead of her. Here's Anna McDaniel from the Coolera Strand Hill Club. Is she going to have a go from there? Oh, it's a great effort between the crossbar and the goalkeeper. It's gone over the bar, and it's another one for Sligo. A well taken score, and I think it was indeed Anna McDaniel who's landed it, measured to perfection, and the gap moves back to 4. 1-3 to 2 points. Sligo posing a real threat, Claire, it must be said, every time they go forward. They look dangerous.
They seem to be much more clinical, Tom. You know, they get the scores more easier than Limerick, so Limerick just need to be a bit more patient, I think.
Referee has whistled for, I think it's a delay of the kick out, so this should be a simple opportunity for Sligo to make that effectively a 2-point play with a 20-metre free. She hesitated on it, did Sophie Hennessy, so the free taker will line this one up, and it's curled over by Leah Duffy, her first of the afternoon, and they don't come much easier than that. Limerick goalkeeper hesitated, referee decided she was taking too long, and if you're Leah Duffy, you'll take those all day. Kick out, it's gone out over the sideline. Manager John Lynch puts his paw to it. That'll tell you how much it was overcooked. Disappointing for Limerick, but Sligo really putting the squeeze on now as Tara Breheny. Oh, look for the 1-2 with McDaniel, but Limerick read it and do very well to come away with it. Gap at 5. Scoring has been Limerick's Achilles heel this season. They've defended well in games, kept things tight, but putting up big totals in attack, with the exception of the games against Kilkenny in the league, against London in recent times, has been testing. As here we go through Leah Duffy. Duffy bearing down on goal. Duffy goes for it, but it's a tame effort, well read by Sophie Hennessy, and Limerick will come away with it. Another opportunity for Sligo to enhance that scoreboard in their favour. Limerick coming out with it now. You feel they probably need the next score, as Cunny gets on it. In fact, it's Emma Hickey. Hickey inside. There's runners bearing down a goal now. It's Crow, and Crow blazing. She did the hard part in terms of getting into position, gathered it well, but just lacked that fraction of composure that was needed. And Crow off target, but slightly more encouraging for Limerick. A much quicker transition from defence to attack, as Sligo get the kick out away to Sarah Feeney. Sinead Regan, in fact this is Sarah Cunny. They're very impressive at midfield, aren't they, Sligo? There's 8 and 9, which is Sinead Regan and Sarah Cunny. They've been on so much possession already, Claire, haven't they?
Very strong, Tom. They're real direct runners, they're going straight through the defence.
And here she is again, Sinead Regan. Goes herself this time. A couple of Limerick players in there. One of them has committed a foul on her. Advantage is coming. Shot is going to go, and goalkeeper does well to prevent anything more, but we're going to come back for the free. The shot had come from Denise McGrath. The foul was on Regan. And the Drumcliff Ross's Point midfielder, she has been in scintillating form so far, so she gives Leah Duffy almost a carbon copy of a free, and she makes no mistake, and the gap widening all the while. So 6 in it now, and Sligo putting the pressure on the Limerick kick out, and they've read it here as Tara Breheny gets on it. Breheny inside, there's a player unmarked, there's a chance of a goal, it's flashed over the bar. It's Denise McGrath, her second of the afternoon. And Sligo really giving Limerick a headache on this kick out. Limerick are very much struggling to get the first possession, which is leading to all the subsequent problems, Claire.
Yeah, like they seem to, Sophie is struggling to find her player. The Sligo girls seem to have it measured at the moment, so hopefully they can get on top of it again, Tom. She's
done well there to go long, but again it's a blue jersey that comes up with it, and here's Sarah Feeney. Feeney goes through, lays it off. Sligo thinking of more scores, and Leah Duffy is just off target with that one. It was a big opportunity for her to knock over and her first from play, but thankfully from the host point of view it's off target, so 7 in it. Breeze, I should comment there on the fact that the possession has been retained from the kick out. It hadn't happened for quite a while, and Sophie Hennessy carries it out as a small glove on that one from Blanad Lavin. Sligo not giving Limerick a moment's reprieve at the back. Juggle there once and then twice. So much pressure on the Limerick rearguard. Here is Anya Ryan. Goes back to Hennessy. Has to play the sweeper keeper and kind of join in there. Here is Lauren Ryan, one of the more experienced players on this Limerick panel, although she's turned it over. Sinead Regan is going through. Regan takes the solo, going to go down her left. Regan going to hand pass the point. Is she? It hits the crossbar and it's coming away. Somehow it doesn't go over or under, and again Sligo so close to further enlarging that lead. Limerick looking to counter. Look at the pressure on Limerick every time they have the ball. Emma Hickey does well to retain it. Sligo again, numbers funneling back in the blue. Emma Hickey carries in there and has spilled it, and the referee says there's a foul in there, and referee, not sure what he's going to give here, but I think the solo and go was attempted and maybe was halted, but referee happy enough that nothing more will come from it. Here's Denise McGrath, great energy in this Sligo attack, it must be said. Ball knocked down the line to Anna McDaniel inside the 20 now. McDaniel met by McNamara, and McNamara has done well forced her out over the line, although referee says it was a foul. And the ball in the hands of Denise McGrath. See the umbrellas over on the far side. There's sun showers coming and going, it seems, all afternoon. But thankfully, splendid weather on Shannon's side in recent times as Sarah Feeney gets on it. Can Limerick get their gloves on it? Again, there was Blanid Lavin of Sligo, but Limerick finally have it. O'Brien. Swift counter has to go. Just about keeping 3 up now. Here's Aideen Crowe. What options has she in front of her? Crowe inside the arc. Solos, but again, look at the recovery runs from Sligo. They look super energetic in attack and in defence, and it's making all the difference now as Regan gets on it. Moves it on to Sarah Feeney. Limerick trying to stop her. Lucy O'Brien. Player on the deck, but referee happy to let it continue. Here's Blanid Lavin. In fact, she's moved it on very quickly. Sarah Cunny slows it down. Tara Breheny was off her wing. She was probably dreaming of another goal there momentarily. It's dominant 10 or 15 minutes for Sligo. Maeve McNamara, she's turned it over. Very physical player. And has she done enough? She has. Limerick will be satisfied with that. But can they get a score? We're 4 minutes from half time. Can they get that scoreboard working? Ball again. Passes just not to hand for Limerick, and Sligo have moved it into Leah Duffy. Duffy, arm up from the referee. Duffy is the free taker. She's going to be happy to take a free. Everyone is just going to gather their breath. And one thing I will say is it's been quite a physical game, and two of the players on our screen there, Maeve McNamara from Limerick and Leah Duffy from Sligo, they've been involved in plenty. But it's great to see the physicality that's been brought into ladies football in recent times, Claire, isn't it?
Definitely, Tom. I love that. And those two girls, as you said, Mitch, they're two leaders on both teams, and they're giving it everything out there. And it's been a great game, actually. Great excitement. It's
great tempo to it, isn't it?
Yeah, just Limerick, the last third of the pitch, they just seem to be struggling, but they're playing well otherwise.
Yeah, and I mentioned it there a couple of minutes ago. Sligo very quick to get back, very quick to transition back.
11 of them back there.
Yeah, and then they're just as quick to get forward in the attack, and it probably shows you the great fitness levels. Yeah, and I suppose it's very much a part of their game plan. When they do lose that ball, you got to get back towards your own crossbar.
It's all about work rate, Tom, isn't it?
It sure is. It's been a telling feature of their performance so far, as indeed has their ability to find scores. As Leah Duffy lines up another. And Duffy goes through a routine, puts power on it. Has it gone over, just tucking inside that post. And for a moment, one or two here thought it might have just sailed off target, but it doesn't. And another score. The gap widening. It's out to 7. Limerick need a possession as we head for the business end of this opening half. Sinead Regan again moving it in once more to McGrath. Lovely little pop pass inside to Sarah Cunny. In fact, it's the wing back, and it is off target. It was Sarah Feeney. A lovely, neat move. It had everything in it, bar the finish, but brilliant stuff from Sligo. And Kieran Kilkenny, he's up to our left-hand side, arms behind his back. He looks a happy man so far, and why wouldn't he be? His team, 1 foot firmly planted in the last 4 of this TG4 All-Ireland Junior Championship, and they have Limerick's kick-out tied up in all sorts of knots as Aoibhinn Durkin gets her hands on it. Here is Sinead Regan. Her possession counts must be off the charts. Moving it across to the left, it's Shona Dalton. There's a shot coming in from the centre forward McGrath, but in quick-fire fashion they've moved themselves up to 3 wides, and the scoreboard operator gets a bit of a reprieve here. It's going to take a big effort from Limerick to even retain possession from here. Sophie Hennessy does very well, picks out Alex Russell into Maeve McNamara. McNamara carries to halfway, and she is fouled. She's looking everywhere for the ball. It's behind you. It's not the Panto, but Limerick, you can just see just a little bit fatigued after all that defending. It was a lot of effort in there just to halt Sligo's momentum. Lauren Ryan gives it back to Alex Russell. Russell tries the diagonal pass, but it's well read by Sligo. And again, the girls in blue will come with the counter. Here's Anna McDaniel moving it along to Shona Dalton. Growing into the game now is Dalton, moving it inside. Lovely run. Here's Tara Breheny. She knows where the posts are, but she's shown that with the only green flag of the contest. And here's McGrath. Limerick losing their markers, it seems, in various different lines. Here's an opportunity for the number 28, and that was Anna McDaniel, and it has just gone off target. So Sligo a little bit wasteful to close the half, but in a very, very strong position. 8 points to the good. Ball carried beyond halfway for Limerick. Kicked up now towards Aideen Crowe. Turns her marker. Referee has whistled. I'm not sure what he has whistled for. He's whistled for half time. Well, Limerick management looked perplexed. I'm perplexed myself. I thought Limerick were in a very, very strong position there to create an attacking opportunity, but the referee says we have time for no more. So at half time here, it is Sligo leading by 1-7 to 2 points. We will be back with the second half in a few short moments. We say just on the 20-metre line, going through her routine, floats it up, umpires having a look, and they have agreed. Fence is dropping deep, so scores at a premium this far. Sarah Cunny moves it on, lovely weave. Here's Tara Breheny bearing down on goal. Breheny from an angle, Breheny goes for it into the net. Tara Breheny in off the foot of the post. Coming back up the other end, here's an opportunity. They're bearing down on goal themselves. It's going to be finished, is it? Oh, it's off the post. Sligo look for another score. Moved along to McGrath. Denise McGrath, left-footed, puts it into the air. Umpire having a long look, puts his hand up. Tara Gagan. We know what you can do from frees. We also know what you can do from play. Here's Maeve McNamara, left-footed, lobs it, beautifully measured. And not going to shoot. We're going to solo and go. Moving it along to Blonid Lavin. As she brought it in, she has, and the solo and go pays dividend. Is she going to have a go from there? Oh, it's a great effort between the crossbar and the goalkeeper. It's gone over the bar. The free taker will line this one up, and it's curled over by Leah Duffy. Her first of the almost a carbon copy of a free, and she makes no mistake. Tara Breheny gets on it. Breheny inside, there's a player unmarked, there's a chance of a goal. It's flashed over the bar, and Duffy goes through a routine, puts power on it. Has it gone over, just tucking inside. Very welcome back to Ballyahal. We were treated to some half-time entertainment from the youngsters from Maru Boher, who have come a long, long way, and indeed Lynn Emmets, who have come slightly shorter, just up the road to us here. So a half-time game between, I think it was their under 10, so fair play to them for that. Great initiative by Limerick LGFA. We're almost set to go for the second half of this one. Haven't been made aware of any subs on either side, but as we get them, we'll bring you up to speed. Just a clarity on the Sligo team in the opening half. Rachel McGoldrick was wearing number 22, and it wasn't in fact Shona Dalton, so apologies for that. But we're back underway, second half of this TG4 LGFA group contest. It's straight into Tarragig, and Limerick looking to answer some of the problems they had in the first half. A free coming at the start of this second half, and an ideal opportunity for Tarragig to get that scoreboard moving. Claire Coughlin is still alongside me here. Claire, well, we were going to ask you what the Limerick need to do to start the second half. They probably need the first score, and a great opportunity for Tara to get it here.
Definitely, Tom. This is crucial now to get this score and the next couple of scores, I think, and they need to start bringing down that difference in the score line, and that's gone by. Just
slices it ever so slightly, but it is a bit of pressure in attack for Limerick, and it would be a good time for me to say hello to Grania McGoldrick, sister of Rachel out there. She's watching at a wedding in South Africa, so enjoy your trip there. Hope you're enjoying this one. I'm sure as a Sligo supporter you are indeed, as they get their kick out away, and it's with Tara Breheny, the goal scorer. What a goal it was. It set the tone, and there's just a bit of a late hit on her there, and immediately, wasting no time, is Sinead Regan. She has been like an Energizer bunny in this game, absolutely relentless, moving it along to Sarah Feeney, and Feeney gets it inside. Here is Leah Duffy. Duffy slips her marker. Duffy in a couple of minds. Oh, brilliant from Maeve McNamara. Read the flight of it, got across, got her right glove to it, and Limerick have escaped the danger here. Here's Anya Ryan carrying it out. All-Ireland Club Junior winner captain a couple of seasons ago with Mungret St. Paul's, defeating Culera Strandhill on the way. And happy memories of that one in Mungret, as ball carried out by Rebecca Fitzgibbon from the St. Senans Club down the estuary here. Here's Claude Rail, and there's a charging offence against her. And just again, as Limerick were carrying and looking to build a bit of momentum, they have turned the ball over, this time through a free. And just a bit of immediate concern for the Sligo player. And we will just pause for a break here. But it is a long way back for Limerick. Claire, it must be said, 8 points. But, a couple of quick scores. You got it. Momentum is a big thing. We saw when Sligo had their purple patch there, they really pinned Limerick in. Limerick are going to just be looking to do something like that themselves for 10 or 15 minutes of this contest.
Yeah, they're going to have to get into now, Tom, and drive on from the half-back line, I think, and give the forwards a bit of support and just try and tip over a few points first and get going from there. That's
it. The Sligo player is the St. Mary's Club lady. That's Tara Breheny, thankfully back to her feet, and we're back underway. Here is Regan off to Breheny. They're linking well, the 7, 8 and 9 really linking also very well this afternoon, as comes back out to Regan. She's going to go with the kick pass backwards. Here is Cara King in a couple of minds. Limerick, have they turned it over? They have, fairly so. Again, Maeve McNamara, superb strength from her. Legally turns it over, ball kicked inside. There's a push on the back there. Limerick want to solo and go, and they take it. Leisha Brown, what options has she? Is she fouled? Referee says the ball was played, and Brown had done the hard bit in terms of taking on her player, but the challenge came in, maybe just a small flick on the ball, and it was enough to dislodge the ball, and Limerick will have to do some defending. Limerick preparing a sub over to her left hand side. It looks to be the number 13, Molly Creedon, listed to start but didn't, so she looks to be getting her opportunity in the next few moments. But we're back underway with play. Breheny is going to get the return here. 1-2 with Breheny. Hand passes it inside. Sligo looking to seal it. Oh, it's across the face of goal and wide. A huge opportunity for them, and the chance goes a begging. So we'll pause now for the substitute for Limerick. Here is Molly Creedon from the Fiona Castlemahan Club. She is coming in, and Limerick have replaced Olivia McCarthy from Ahan. Sligo also making a sub. They're bringing in the experienced captain from St. Natty's, that is Ciara Gorman. And Gorman, wearing the 14 shirt, didn't start, as you will understand, and not sure exactly who she has replaced. We'll get clarity of that in a second, but she's gone straight into full forward in any case. And Limerick go short with the kick out, just about retaining it. But again, look at the pressure on their play. Good kick from Sophie Hennessy. Flight of it, not red, but thankfully they have a couple of players over there, and Limerick keep the ball. Here is Orla Ryan. Limerick champions of this grade in 2018, but this is very much a new look Limerick team. Here's Molly Creedon. Creedon over the 45. Direct play required. Scores very much required from Limerick to make a contest of this one. Here's Clodagh Rail. What support has she? Not a green shirt within 20 metres. Gets her free there. She continued to go, and brilliant from Clodagh Rail. Wins her free. But maybe concerning there, you could just notice no one really off the shoulder in contrast to what we saw from Sligo. Sligo playing very small pockets, Claire, don't they? But there's always someone available, and that was the worry there for Clodagh, albeit that she won her free on her own.
Yeah, she did very well actually to win the free, but yeah, there wasn't really anyone there to knock it off to, so hopefully that can change around now and they'll start supporting the girls up front and they get a couple of scores.
Tara Gagan, difficult angle. Has she measured it to perfection? She has. Brilliantly done from Tara Gagan. We knew all about her in the LGFA when she lined up for Donegal at minor level, indeed under 16 level even before that. So fantastic free, and that'll do her confidence no world of good, or plenty of good, as Limerick cut the gap ever so slightly. 7 now in it. You'd feel a green flag, or indeed 2 of them, will be required to overturn this deficit, but Sligo will have a thing or two to say about that. Carried up the far wing there, and it is slow down inside the arc. Here is Regan. Regan slowing down, takes a hop, takes a solo, and she's going to go back. And Limerick now defensively set, but can they do something to dislodge him? Anya McDaniel gives it to the runner. Breheny thought about the shot, works it back. There's a lot of steps in there, but referee happy enough for it to continue. There's a scrum for the ball. Maeve McNamara after the whistle comes up with it, and referee's going to throw it in. Anya Ryan, the towering figure there, is going to be the Limerick player to contest it, so she's going to go up with Gorman, and Ryan has a couple of goals that it does well to get it. Brilliant stuff from Ryan. Here's Molly Creedon, lovely kick pass from her, and here is Lauren Ryan. Ryan, what support does she have? And there's a foul in there. No, there isn't, says the referee. We will continue. Here's Ciara Walsh. Sligo made it very difficult for Ryan to retain the ball, but Sligo want to answer that free with a point of their own. Kicked right-footed off the post. The race for possession now out that far side. Who has it? Limerick player ends up on the floor, as does the Sligo player. Back to her feet is Blonid Lavin. Here is Regan. Regan carrying. The number 13 has a go. It's going to be off target, off the post and then off target, but Limerick not happy there, I think it's fair to say, Claire. Lauren Ryan thought she'd done enough to win a free. Maybe there's a push in the back. There
was, I think, a little push, alright, Tom, but yeah, she wasn't very happy at all, but at least nothing came of it anyway. They can drive on now. Yeah,
the kick out is arrowed out to Shona Hickey into the blue wall of Sligo. Here's McNamara. Tremendous performance individually for her this afternoon. She's going to try and bring a couple with her to change the tune of this one. Limerick just about retaining possession. Emma Hickey back to Alex Russell. Kick pass across to Clodagh Rail, and Rail will have to go and retrieve it. Sligo now again defensively set. They have their 4 in attack, and the other 11, the 10 outfielders and their goalkeeper, now back inside their 45 effectively. Ball carried, and it's Aideen Crowe. We saw her hit the post in the first half. Tried the solo there. We'll have to come back. Oh, lovely little hand pass inside low. And it is Leisha Brown. Brown moves it across to Crowe. Crowe, look at the pressure from Sligo. They've turned it over once again. Sarah Feeney comes out with it. Regan, her possessions, I'm not joking you, must be nearing 60 or 70 already in this contest. She's going to get it again. Here is Regan carrying. She's showing no signs of abating. Ball inside to King. King's going to go for a point, is she not? No, she moves it on to Breheny. Limerick tried to turn it over. Regan again, met again by McNamara. Limerick doing everything to keep Sligo out. Lavin has it. Lavin with the shot and Lavin with the point. Eventually Sligo opened their account for the second half. It was strong defensive work by Limerick, but again Sligo coming up with the answers and coming up with the score. It's a second for Blanid Lavin. Limerick did quite well there, didn't they? But
just the space, they just cut him out inside there in the full forward line, Tom, again. So
yeah, and
they
again
just need to be a bit more clinical.
Yeah.
And then they come bursting out.
Yeah, their transition is
very
super
hard to
quick.
defend.
Yeah.
Number 8's having a great
yeah,
game.
Sinead Regan, isn't she's been superb. Yeah, and she was involved in that move, I
Yeah.
think, at least 3 times.
Her
Once.
fitness levels.
Yeah, superb. And she's always has her head up when she's on the ball. Brilliant stuff from Regan. Can't praise her enough as Limerick through Anya Ryan go to their left wing. Ryan to Ryan, and now on to Molly Creedon under pressure, no one really in support, has to hand pass it across. The definition of a hospital pass, referee says it is a shoulder, an illegal one by the Sligo player, and that is Cara King. And we're going to halt for just a bit of a physio break here. So it's more or less as you were at half time. It's been a point apiece in this second half. This group has been defined by the games against Sligo well until today. Of course, this is the defining game for these two sides. 2 will emerge from this Group B, and concern there for Cara King. And just a confirmation that it was Denise McGrath who was replaced on the Sligo team by Ciara Gorman a few moments ago. So Denise helping herself to a couple of points in that opening half. So off she went a few minutes ago, and on came the team captain. Great to be able to call upon her. So physio has the job done. King back to her feet, and Limerick resume with the free kick as Maeve McNamara gets on it. She's going to want to join and have to join into attack in the few minutes. Arm on the back there, says the referee. McNamara moving it back across. Here's Creedon. What do Limerick have in the attacking threat here? Goes out to Creedon again. Is there a 2-pointer in the offing? They decide to go inside now. Here it is with Lucy O'Brien. O'Brien with the kick. O'Brien with the score. And a huge ripple of applause here. Lucy O'Brien. We were hearing about her camogie prowess at half time. She's not bad at the old football too. Great score from Lucy O'Brien. Badly needed for Limerick.
Badly needed, Tom. Lovely score. Kept their patience, and Lucy popped at a great point.
And we're just a bit concerned there for Tara Breheny, just holding her left knee, the number 7. But it's the 2 number 7s have been...
She'll be big last time.
She would, yeah. She's been very good in attack. We saw that goal in off the foot of the post, their opening score, and they've obviously added the 8 points since, but just a concern with her left knee. And there's one of Limerick's great supporters of all codes, Pat the Bog Carl from Croom, with the sombrero on. Not quite sombrero weather here, and Kyle Hayes is also spectating a couple of doors down from him there. And Kyle here supporting his partner Maeve Mack. Both number 7s for Limerick as well in different codes, and Kyle Hayes gets his paws on the ball as Limerick get a line ball over on that far side. So people have come from all corners of the county to support Limerick today, and indeed we've the Sligo support behind us as well. Limerick need to get back-to-back scores, carried through the traffic. Frustrating. You might have noticed my co-commentator is supporting Limerick here this afternoon, but we don't mind a little bit of that every now and again. Sligo coming away with it. Here's Sinead Regan. And Regan, again, heads up football from her. It's also simple, or so it looks, but I can tell you it's not, as Anna McDaniel gives it back to Regan. I tell you, if there is a Sligo stats team, I want to see what they have on her. Their numbers for everything must be off the charts. I don't think she's lost the ball even in the game. Here's Sarah Cunney moving it across to Rachel McGoldrick. McGoldrick jinking one way and then the other, moving it on to Duffy. The green wall is up, who have the possession. The free out coming, and once again McNamara is at the base of it. Solos and goes. What's the referee going to give here? He's giving another free for Limerick. Maeve McNamara again. And well, if Limerick are going to bow out here this afternoon, it will not be for the want of trying for Maeve McNamara, among others, in fairness. But
she's done a fine game.
Yeah, she's absolutely determined in every possession to be a part of it, and she does well there. Here's Anya Ryan in solo, and has to hand pass back inside. Does well. Nice little triangular passes for Limerick just to get out of the traffic as Fitzgibbon gets on it. Here's Creedon, and can Limerick create something from here? Anya Ryan hand passes it to Lauren Ryan, and the hand pass across here just a little bit undercooked. Leah Duffy reads the flight of it perfectly. Sligo will come. Here's Blanded Lavin. McNamara there for company. Cara King, in fact it was Anna McDaniel, and Sligo again wasting no time, and like a magnet, ball comes to Regan once more. Regan, she's going to want to take on a score from here. Here comes Regan, lovely hand pass inside. There's the chance. Oh, brilliant save, superb save, rushing off her line was Sophie Hennessy. I think it was McDaniel with the effort. Sligo still have the opportunity. Can they just get a point from here? Shot coming in from Regan, and Regan has the ball over the bar. Brilliant save from Sophie Hennessy, but in the end Sligo recycled the ball, and Sinead Regan, I tip my hat to her for all her efforts. She has deserved a score, and she has got it there. But what about that save?
Unbelievable, Tom. She really got down, and but
threw her full body at it.
Yeah. They need a goal now, I'd say, Tom.
Absolutely, yeah. Something needs to change for Limerick here, and they're going to change on the line, and they're going to go to Gillian Buckley of Mungret St. Paul's. She's just about to be introduced again. Both sides happen to be making subs at the same time. So Gillian Buckley is in for Mungret, and Shona Dalton is in for Sligo. So Dalton replacing McGoldrick, as it was the reverse in the first half. So Grania McGoldrick over in South Africa. Stay tuned, your sister's gone off, but you can stay watching us here. As Limerick replaced their team captain Lauren Ryan. It has been an injury ravaged season for her, and greeted by a great applause here. But as you can see, the hamstring heavily strapped here again this afternoon, as Sligo, through Cara King of CT Gales, moves it across to, you guessed it, Regan inside the 45. And here is Dalton, first possession for her. Carries across the 45, and again Sligo always seem to have someone available for a pass as they carry it inside. Triple scores now as an effort. It's measured to perfection from Sinead Regan. Well, if there was any concerns if she could do the attacking in terms of scoring points, we've been answered in the last few minutes. She seems to be able to do everything else out there, doesn't she?
Beautiful points.
Yeah, a real graceful player across the pitch. And Limerick in trouble on their kick out again. Anna McDaniel, Strandhill club, and McDaniel does well, moves it across to the captain. There's a chance of a goal. Oh, it's flicked over the bar. The effort from Gorman met by the glove of Hennessy, and another one for Sligo, two in quick succession. And you'd feel now their place in the All-Ireland semi-final is all but assured. They're dominating this one. We have just about 11 minutes of action still to play. Sligo 10 to the good, thanks to quick fire points from Regan and Captain Gorman. Nice kick out on this occasion, caught by Hickey. The referee whistles. It's going to be a free for Limerick. And Limerick management still encouraging their charges. We were saying it, I don't know if we say it on air or off air, but it is a very, very young team. A lot of players, I think as many as 12 from last year's panel not available for various reasons, Claire. So it's a building block of a year, and it certainly looks like the year's coming to a close here. But there's a lot of encouragement from the youngsters in this squad overall.
Definitely, Tom. Like, it's a totally new team. There's only the odd few I know of, Maeve and Tara and Anya, but they're rebuilding. They had a tough league campaign this year, really difficult one, but they've come back together and they've regrouped and looking at next year.
Oh yes, there's a goal! Don't mind next year, it's here now. Aideen Crowe gets onto the end of it. A dropping shot, I think it was from Tara Gagan, and Crowe, well, we saw her danger in the first half in terms of hitting the post, razor sharp in around the square. Great. Always keep your eyes on the ball. She did exactly that. Got the gloves to it, diverted it past Ella Maguire.
Another one of them now, Tom.
Yeah. There could be life in the old game yet. 7 between them, and met by a huge bit of applause here. Referee, what's he giving? Limerick contesting the ball. It was Lucy O'Brien, was up in the air. Sligo player has gone down and is going to be receiving some treatment, but shot in the arm. But yeah, it is a young Limerick team, as the summation of what we were trying to say there.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of leaders, like, Cathy Mee and the likes, Tom, but they're definitely on the way back, but it'll take some of them are only 19, 18.
Yeah. I think being in Division 4 next year will probably suit
I think so
a younger squad. It was, as you said, it was a difficult season last year this season in the league in Division 3, losing 7 from 7. But as it went on, they grew into it in terms of competitiveness. But certainly, I think you're right.
Yeah, next year now.
Yeah, as encouragement yet in this game, as the clock has been stopped by the referee. Our clock will continue on screen. So we've 9 minutes. It'll probably take a spate of green flags for something to be done. But stranger things have happened. Let's be fair.
Might get a couple of 2-pointers, Tom.
That's it. Yeah. Great addition. We haven't seen any efforts from them so far this afternoon, but certainly if you're anyone watching the senior and intermediate inter-county action, when they're scored, they're great sights to behold. And the orange flag yet to be swung in anger here in Ballyhahel. So we're going to resume. The Sligo player back on her feet, and they get the possession. Here's Tara Breheny. Loves cutting in from that right wing. We're going to see it again. She's gone for the return. Here is Gorman looking to add a second since she's come on. Anna McDaniel. And they come all the way back out here to Sarah Cunny. Cunny has a go. Didn't catch it that well, and gathered inside by Sophie Hennessy. The Old Mill Club just a few miles down the road from us here. And here's Maeve McNamara. McNamara has to go through the traffic, and I must compliment the changes in rule and bringing up I suppose the physicality, because so often we'd see a free there and we'd probably see another free over here for just little bumps, but certainly the players are embracing this ability to be able to tackle now, Claire, aren't they?
Definitely. It gives much more flow to the game. No start-stop, and Limerick are flying at the moment.
Yeah, carrying up through the middle, looking for another score. I've struggled to get a run of scores. We're going to come back for the free, are we? What's the issue? And there was a breach, so 3-up breach by Sligo. Limerick will have the opportunity to tap over a free. Tara Gagan, I think, will gleefully accept a 20-metre free. She can, of course, carry it back out, but I'd say with the breeze that's gusting here, sensible play is to take the one and see can they pin Sligo back on their own kick-out. Just 6 minutes, 6 points, 1-1 in quick reply for Limerick. So making Sligo think about this. Kick out to come from Owen Rua's Ellen Maguire. Sends it short, nicely bounced in front of Regan, and Regan blocked down. She's going to get it back. Oh, she does so well. I was just going to praise Regan for being the option for the kick out, but she looked so cool and calm even when blocked down there. She didn't I'd say there wasn't a bead of sweat on her for that. She gathered it again and retained possession. Limerick tried to turn it over, and they do. There's a foul in there. Now there's momentum in the Limerick play. Is it going to come all too soon or all too late? There's subs over to our left-hand side. We have Cora Gilligan and Lauren Normanley for Sligo are coming in. Limerick have brought on a sub as well. They've replaced Shona Hickey with Ciara Ryan. So Ciara Ryan in for Limerick, another Ryan in for Limerick. Shona Hickey has made way. And one of the Sligo players out is Anna McDaniel, and the other one is Blanad Lavin. A couple of points for Blanad and I think one for Anna. So changes in the forward. Sligo happy enough with their defensive 6 or 7 to see this one out as Aideen Crowe gets on it, moves it across to Leisha Brown. Brown inside to O'Brien. Kicked a nice one earlier. Chance is a shot coming, and it is narrowly to the left and wide. It was Orla Ryan's effort.
Done with that one, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. It was well worked though. It was a nice move. 3 or 4 quick passes, and Orla Ryan's effort just tailing to the left and wide as big booming kick out from Maguire. Looks for halfway, looks for Tara Breheny, but again, it is a green jersey that comes up with it. Limerick encouraged to go through the hands, and they've brought it around to Molly Creedon. She kicks it across. I believe her uncle is the London manager as well, which was a funny family quirk in the last round. But here is Creedon inside. Creedon has a go. Referee was happy enough that nothing was amiss there, as Ella Maguire, the goalkeeper, coughs up possession, but we will have a line ball to Limerick over on that far side as we tick inside 4 minutes. We will have, of course, a bit of stoppage of it, a couple of breaks of play. It's been a little bit more fragmented. Lucy O'Brien, Limerick moving it on. It's a shot from Leisha Brown. It was on, but the effort just a little bit rushed. Maybe she didn't realise that it was no blue jersey for once in pursuit. Limerick through Maeve McNamara. They have it. McNamara goes past 1, goes past 2. McNamara going for the goal. Tipping shot. It's saved once and saved twice. Brilliant gather by Ellen Maguire. 2 very unorthodox efforts, but 2 good saves from Maguire. Well, we could have had a grandstand finish if Limerick had rippled the net there, but Sligo looked to counter. Our Limerick there, Anya Ryan gets it. Whose line ball is it? And it's a Limerick line ball. They get on with it. Good sensible play from Anya Ryan just to kick it back into play to her clubmate Gillian Buckley. Buckley just outnumbered, is she? She is. Sligo are going to come up with the answers. Well, maybe I was premature in writing this game off in terms of Sligo securing the points, but Limerick have made a game of it in the last few minutes. Here's Feeney moving it across now, and it finds its way to Shona Dalton, and it goes to Feeney again. Sligo looking to just play the game at their own pace for the moment. Here's Sinead Regan. Just kind of Limerick management encouraging just to come up and get the squeeze on. Sligo with the 6-point advantage can just play at their own pace, and maybe that's experience as well, isn't
course,
it? Don't need to hunt another score.
I think they only came down from Division 3 last year.
Yeah. So they've been kind of at a similar level to Limerick.
Intermediate. That's what
yeah. Down to the 3rd tier of the championship. I think is what you meant. There's a foul there by Maeve McNamara. Referee is talking behind her back, but now he's taking her name, and McNamara, is she going into the sin bin? Referee having a good long word, and it looks to be the end of Maeve McNamara's day. It's a 3rd foul, says the referee, and Maeve McNamara, a stellar performance. She has left it all out there, but Colm Conway of Galway has decided that is sin binning for Maeve.
She had a great game.
Yeah, disappointing way for her to end. You know, we saw her even with that goal chance a few moments ago.
She gave it everything.
Absolutely. Teak tough defender.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, I'd say if Limerick could, I suppose if they could duplicate her, they'd have one in the backs and one in the forwards, wouldn't they? Wouldn't be bad.
Definitely.
And into the bin she goes. So Sligo 6 to the good, and now a player to the good. They're just going to retain possession. Sinead Regan. Sligo going across the back. Here is Breheny. She started after scoring. Is she going to add to it? The umpire is eventually going to signal wide, and Limerick a little bit off the hook. Gotta love the enthusiasm from Shane Kelly, the Limerick team coach, the Newcastle West native, but there's a foul on the hand pass here. Molly Creedon solos and goes, but not many options. Good idea to look to the left wing. Flag fluttering here. Breeze really not playing a major benefit to either team as they go up and down this field here. Lovely move. Here's Clodagh Rail. Again, it's good defending. In fact, there's a foul in their jersey been pulled as Limerick solo and go. Bearing down a goal, looking for one. It's been blasted over the bar. It's Leisha Brown who's on target, and they're going to cut the gap back to 5. I think there's a cramp maybe there for Clodagh Rail as the gap narrows ever so slightly back to 5. And Limerick doing well, but I think what we've seen this afternoon is that Sligo are probably that bit better prime now for an All-Ireland semi-final, and they certainly look, I suppose, a more rounded and a more experienced team, and they will, whoever they are playing that semi-final, we'll probably know later on this afternoon, they'll be well up for it, and they're well capable in both attack and defence.
Definitely have a very strong 15 and a strong subs bench as well. They came in and they could go all the way to win the All-Ireland. Actually, they're very fit, very physical, and their half-backs are flyers.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, the kick-out's gone wrong. What can Limerick do from here? Is she gone to lob the goalkeeper? I wonder, could she have carried in? Easy for me to say. Aideen Crowe probably caught in two minds. The kick-out went awry from Ellen Maguire, and a huge intake of breath from everyone around here. Off target, though, was Crowe. Frustration for Limerick. Well, that would have brought it right back to 2 points. Another kick out just about this time finds its way to Sligo. No, Limerick have turned it over. Crowe moving it on. Alicia Brown was off the shoulder. I think it was Tara Gagan trying to release her. And a game of fine margins. But Sligo, through Tara Breheny, will counter. Tara gives it off to King. Back to Tara Breheny again. Fight for possession. Limerick have the free. Limerick looking to solo and go as Rebecca Fitzgibbon moves it on to Orla Ryan. Ryan running out of road as she's out over the sideline. Frustration growing now for Limerick, and referees now said that it's a push, I think. Is it going to be a free to Limerick or a Sligo ball? There's a bit of confusion. We're going to come back for a Limerick free as it's with Orla Ryan. Moves it inside to Leisha Brown. Brown does well. Skips by a few challengers. Brown bearing down on goal. Look at the cover from Sligo. It's moved on to one of the Limerick substitutes. That's Gillian Buckley. The shot coming in from a tight angle. It's going to be to the right and wide, but Limerick doing everything in their power in the last few minutes to just throw the kitchen sink at Sligo. Sligo have had some answers, but Limerick just unable to find those scores to really make it sweat. So 3 minutes now over. Referee has had one look at his watch. Will continue to play, and Sligo do well. Short and the low kick out, and they'll carry beyond halfway. Here's Colera Strandhills, Shona Dalton. Dalton inside, only to a green jersey though. Buckley does well. And here's Ryan. Can Limerick transition it quickly? It's Emma Hickey beyond halfway. Hickey looking up for options. Limerick have 2 more subs ready to go. The clock might just beat us to their appearance, but we'll see as we take on. Here is Leisha Brown, and Brown jinking one way and jinking other. Where's the support though for Leisha Brown? Maybe she doesn't need it. Brown moves it back inside. Lucy O'Brien, advantage coming, and Limerick will have the free. They're going to be able to cut this back to 4.
It's probably a bit too late, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the surge has come, Claire, but
and they're down a player and all. They're doing well.
Yeah, you really wouldn't know it since Maeve Mack went on, or went off, I should say. But they have just, it would appear, fallen short in this one. Free to come from Tara Gagan. It seems like half of Sligo was on the line, decides to kiss it off the post and over, and the gap is cut again. There's subs aplenty. On goes Nisha McDonough for Sligo. On 2 are Martha Stanley of Limerick, and alongside her is Cathy Childs from the Galtee Gales Club. So the kick out will not be taken until the subs are removed, or the replacements are gone off. So Clodagh Rail has gone off for Limerick, and so too would appear is Tara Gagan. So it'll be club action for the Limerick players in the next few weeks and months, as Sligo will be preparing for an All-Ireland semi-final. We'll have more on exactly who that is in due course, but they're about to stamp their ticket, and there's a foul in there by Orla Ryan, as again Sligo wasting absolutely no time in carrying it up, as tired bodies everywhere. Limerick tried to force the turnover. Can't have much longer. Intercepted by Gillian Buckley. Limerick kick. So 1-on-1, going to be an aerial battle. Oh, well taken by Aideen Crowe. With 4 points in it. A goal surely needed now. Crowe inside the 20. Crowe going for it. Where's it gone? Oh, what a save! Gloves to it. Looked like it was going to go in, and then the left paw comes out from Ella Maguire, out for a 45.
Great run.
Great run from Aideen Crowe. She had it all to do. She caught the ball facing her own goals, turned her player, left everyone for dust, and tried to lob the goalkeeper from there, and it was tipped away. Well, what a comeback it has been from Limerick. 4 points in it. That would have made the kick out interesting if that had found the net. Kick out at 45 has to be taken from the ground. That would suggest to me that Lucy O'Brien wouldn't be normally taking 45s. It's also 2 if she can kick it over the bar from here, but
give it a go.
In around the house. Let's see what happens. Fires it in there. And so often is the case, it's a blue jersey. Claire Dunn on this occasion of Sligo intercepts. And now the fresh legs from their bench will carry. Cora Gilligan, but she's lost it. Emma Hickey. You just wonder where this resurgence from Limerick has come. It's very disappointing that it have left it so late. Referee has another look at his right wrist. He has the whistle to the lips. We will play though. He takes it out again. We're going to play. Is there a chance for Limerick to get that goal that would really ask the question of how long is left? Ball back to Gillian Buckley. Moved across again to Molly Creedon. Creedon outside that arc. Sends it across. Is it time to just put a Hail Mary in around the square? See what can come of it. Here's Creedon. Creedon takes on her player. Decides to bounce it. Creedon. Interesting effort. Oh, it's taken inside. It's finished. It's finished to the net. Umpires haven't gone for the flag though. Referee is going to consult now. So we have an interesting call to come here. Umpires coming over to consult. Referee has gone in for a word.
Given they didn't put it up, there must be.
Referee has decided we're going to call a goal. Well, we're back to a 1 point game. It's a second goal for Aideen Crowe. The consultation didn't last too long. Is there time for one more play? Limerick do need to win. A draw is enough for Sligo. Limerick will need a 2-pointer or a goal. The clock has beaten them. Sligo are winners. An epic finish here in Ballyhale. But Sligo are headed to the TG4 All-Ireland Junior semi-finals. They've defeated Limerick 1-11 to 2-7. Limerick through the absolute kitchen sink, down to 14 as well, it must be said, for the last few minutes, through the kitchen sink at Sligo. And in the end, there, Sligo were begging for the whistle. I'd say they were delighted when that whistle has gone. They were worthy winners in the day, it must be said. I must caveat all that by saying it, but my God, Limerick gave them one hell of a scare here.
Yeah, no, it's a pity they didn't bring that intensity, I think, to the start of the game. But look, I think Sligo are definitely worthy winners. And the best of luck to them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're headed for the All-Ireland semi-finals. Well, a fantastic game here. The difference really in the end is just the point. It was the early goal from Tara Breheny that set us on our way. Limerick coming back late into it. 2 goals from Aideen Crowe, both from very close range. Cut the gap to a point, but then the clock beat them. So
Full time here in Ballyhale, it is Limerick 2-7, Sligo 1-11. We'll have the full time the highlights for you now, and do stay tuned on LGFA for more streams in the coming weeks. We say just on the 20-metre line, going through her routine, floats it up, umpires having a look, and they have agreed. Fence is dropping deep, so scores at a premium this far. Sarah Cunny moves it on, lovely weave. Here's Tara Breheny bearing down on goal. Breheny from an angle, Breheny goes for it into the net. Tara Breheny in off the foot of the post. Coming back up the other end, here's an opportunity. They're bearing down on goal themselves. It's going to be finished, is it? Oh, it's off the post. Sligo look for another score. Moved along to McGrath. Denise McGrath, left-footed, puts it into the air. Umpire having a long look, puts his hand up. Tara Gagan. We know what you can do from frees. We also know what you can do from play. Here's Maeve McNamara, left-footed, lobs it, beautifully measured. And not going to shoot. We're going to solo and go. Moving it along to Blonnet Lavin. As she brought it in, she has, and the solo and go pays dividend. Is she going to have a go from there? Oh, it's a great effort. Between the crossbar and the goalkeeper, it's gone over the bar. The free taker will line this one up, and it's curled over by Leah Duffy. Her first of the almost a carbon copy of a free, and she makes no mistake. Tara Breheny gets on it. Breheny inside, there's a player unmarked, there's a chance of a goal, it's flashed over the bar. And Duffy goes through a routine, puts power on it. Has it gone over? Hand passes it inside. Sligo looking to seal it. Oh, it's across the face, a goal and wide.
A couple of scores.
Tara Gagan, difficult angle. Has she measured it to perfection? She has brilliantly done. Limerick doing everything to keep Sligo out. Lavin has it. Lavin with the shot, and Lavin with the point. Eventually Sligo to go inside now. Here it is with Lucy O'Brien. O'Brien with the kick. O'Brien with the score. And a huge ripple. Here comes Regan. Lovely hand pass inside. There's the chance. Oh, brilliant save. Superb save. Rushing off her line was Sophie Hennis. Just get a point from here. Shot coming in from Regan. And Regan has the ball over the bar. Triple scores now as an effort. It's measured to perfection from Sinead Regan. Well, if there was any Hill club, and McDaniel does well, moves it across to the captain. There's a chance of a goal. Oh, it's flicked over the bar. The effort from
Antonia, but they're rebuilding. They had a tough league campaign this year, really difficult one, but they've come back together and they've regrouped and looking next year.
Oh yes, there's a goal! The wine next year. It's here now. 8 on their own kick out. Just 6 minutes, 6 points, 1-1 in quick reply for Limerick. So the goal, tipping shot, it's saved once and saved twice. Brilliant. Bearing down a goal, looking for one. It's been blasted over the bar. It's Leisha Brown who's on target, and they're going to cut the gap from Tara Gagan. It seems like half of Sligo is on the line. A goal surely needed now. Crow inside the 20. Crow going for it. Where's it gone? Oh, what a save! Time to just put a Hail Mary in around the square. See what can come of it. Here's Creedon. Creedon takes on her player. Decides to bounce it. Creedon. Interesting effort. Oh, it's taken inside. It's finished. It's finished.